Hello and welcome. Now, if you are someone that loves crochet, if you are tired of relying on YouTube or you want to learn to read patterns, and if you're after projects that are designed to help you improve, then I urge you to keep watching because I am going to be telling you all about the Hooked on Crochet Club, which our doors are open today and they are closing on Monday night at 5 p.m. Perth time. So if you want to get in, you need to be in now. So the Hooked on Crochet Club is designed to help you gain more confidence with crochet, improve your crochet skills, and to give you a collaborative community that you can be a part of. So I'm going to let you know a little bit more about the Clubhouse. So first, I want to ask you if you're getting all the benefits that you can from crochet. So things like, are you finishing your projects? Are you able to read a pattern? Are you still spending hours searching YouTube for what you need and not finding it even? Do you wish you could make more of the projects that you desire? Do you have a growing pile of whips that you just can't face or cannot finish? Or is it that you just don't know someone else that can crochet, that can actually help you? So if you say yes to any of those, then I can guarantee you that you are not getting all of the benefits from crochet, and that's where the Hooked on Crochet Club comes in. So I started this little clubhouse because I could see all the gaps that were in the industry. So I'm part of a number of crochet groups and I'm seeing people asking for help all the time, and I'm getting frustrated for them because people, while they mean well, don't always provide the answer that they're looking for. So they'll send them directly to YouTube, which is great. YouTube does have a lot of what we need, but if you're new to the craft or you're unfamiliar with the terms, you don't even know what to look for, and you've probably already spent hours asking before or searching before you've even asked the question in a group. So the Clubhouse is designed to help you to learn, help you to improve, whether you've been crocheting for years and years or whether you are just starting out, because the majority of people, when they crochet, they don't know all the background behind what they have learned. So they might know some stitches, they might not know all stitches, they might not even know the names of their stitches. I've definitely seen that in my workshops where people know how to make the stitch, but they don't necessarily know what it's called. And that's another gap that you're going to have when you're trying to learn to read a pattern or to create your own things. So within the Clubhouse, we have a success path, and it's designed to help those that are just starting out, so might be a dabbler, to those that are a designer, whether that means you are producing your own patterns or if you're just creating your own work because what you want to make, you can't find a pattern for. So we've got 5 stages in the success path of the Clubhouse, and all our projects are designed to help you move along that and all the things that we do for you. So we've got the dabbler. So that's someone that's just starting out. They're getting the hang of the basic stitches. They can maybe finish a small project. You're crocheting when the time suits you. You're not a regular crocheter, but you dabble in it. So that's a dabbler. So we've got a place for you. You might be a stitch master. So you've progressed a little bit more. You can do some of the special stitches like a popcorn stitch or a puff stitch or a bobble. That's just a few of them. You're learning to read a pattern. And again, you might be having some struggles because you don't understand all the terms, but you're trying. You want to learn to read them. You're also researching new techniques. So this is where you might be getting a little lost on YouTube because you're trying to find things. You've seen a project you like. You're trying to find out what the name of the stitch is that they're using. You're trying to find a project that matches. So that's something that a stitch master is doing. You're also trying out bigger projects. So you want to do more. You want to try the bigger things, but you're not quite confident enough to move on yet. You might also own more hooks and yarn by now. So you'll have, when you're just starting out, you've got maybe the hook and the yarn that you need to start your project. But as you've started to progress more, started to play a bit more, you've got hooks in different sizes and a few more yarn hanging around. And Then we've got getting hooked. So this one, you're starting to really feel the benefits of crochet. You're crocheting on a more regular basis. You can kind of read a pattern. You can read a pattern. You're always looking for something new to do. So you're testing out new skills. Sorry, I'm struggling to read what I've got written there. You're contemplating purchasing more yarn or a kit. So you might be thinking about doing one of those bigger projects, but you're a little bit more keen and more eager to be going. And then you get hooked. So that's the fourth stage of the Clubhouse. And this one, you're fairly confident. You are crocheting pretty much all the time, or most days. You might, depends on your situation, you might be focusing mostly on the weekends, or you might be every night, you might be a couple of days a week, but you're definitely crocheting more often than the dabbler who's just picking up their hook every now and then and giving it a go. You might also at this stage be starting to help other people read their patterns or make their stitches, so you're giving some advice there. You're testing out different yarns. So you're starting to understand that there are different yarns around and they all do different things. So you're starting to play around with that a little bit more as well. And then, of course, there's the designer. So that's the final stage of the Clubhouse that we're aiming to lead everyone to. Not everyone wants to become a designer. They might be happy staying at getting hooked or hooked, where, you know, they've got enough that keeps them happy with what they're doing with their crochet. And that's perfectly okay as well. So a designer, you're actually helping others read the patterns. You're starting to, or you're creating your own, whether it's adjusting a pattern that's there, or you're actually totally creating things that you've seen. So instead of trawling for ideas, you're now making them yourself, which makes things a little bit easier. And you're definitely crocheting pretty much daily. You're that hooked, and you see the benefits of it as well. And you've probably by this stage got enough yarn to almost open your own yarn store. As you can see behind me, that's just a sample of my stash, and most of it's actually hidden away. Which side am I pointing? Hidden away in the little thing, so you can't see it all. So you might be wondering who I am. So I am Siona, and I am the leader of the Hooked on Crochet Club, and I'm addicted to crochet, as you can probably see. And I love to teach. So this hobby and this whole Clubhouse is suiting me perfectly, because it's everything that brings joy and passion to my life. So I actually taught myself to crochet. So I understand some of the struggles that you might have when you're first starting out. And I did it to honor my granny. And that's where the name of my business came in, which is honoring ME Crochet. The Hooked on Crochet Club is a part of that. But honouring ME, my granny's name was Mabel Eileen, so her initials ME, and the name just sort of kept coming to my head. So I had to name my company that, and it's worked for me. So I'm also a mum, and I've got 3 adult children now. My youngest is 18 and a half. So I also understand the need for more crochet in your life. I still work full-time myself, so I run this Clubhouse and work full-time and have all these children. One child has moved out of home, but the other 2 are still home. Pretty much self-sufficient now, so that's a bonus. But I've been there. I've worked full-time with 3 children. At one stage, we had 5 children when we were fostering, so I understand the need to want to have that calm in your life, that thing that's for you, so that you can sit and create and have that breathing space for yourself. So that's what I want to help bring more to everyone's life. I know not everyone's going to love crochet, but I will do what I can to convince them. But to help you feel the benefits, and that's what I hope the Clubhouse will bring for you. So within the Clubhouse, what do we do? So it's all online, so it doesn't matter where you are, and we've got people from all over the place. I'm in Perth, Australia, so we've got people around Australia. We've got South Africa, we've got Europe, we've got the US. We're everywhere. So it doesn't matter where you are, you're more than willing and able to join, or hopefully you're willing. So every month we provide projects. So they're designed in such a way. So I've come up with this concept that allows you to learn and practice on something small before you actually move on to something big. So a lot of the time we have whips that are hanging around because we start something, like it looks great, we love what it looks like, but when we actually make it, we're thinking, I'm not really enjoying this. So the idea with the project is I give a small one that has the same stitch design as the larger project, so that you can test it out first, make sure it is something that you can do and actually enjoy doing, because crochet isn't just about having the ability to make something, it's actually wanting to make it as well. Because I know for me, I'm not a big fan of counting, so if I have to count a lot for a project, I won't spend a lot of time on it. It's more likely to be one of those that's sitting in the naughty corner, not being touched for months on end. So I know that now. I've done enough crochet that I know that if I have to count lots, I'm not going to enjoy it. There are exceptions, but it's a rare exception. So the small project, so that's designed to help you to learn, and that one actually comes with a pre-recorded video. So if you aren't comfortable with reading a pattern, you've got that to help you to follow as well as read the pattern. So there's another way there to help you learn to read those patterns, which is what we are aiming for. And we'll also give a square every month. So the square for me, I crochet a square every day. If you follow me on Instagram, then you will see in my stories every morning that I crochet a square, and that is totally for meditation purposes. You get that quick win from actually finishing something, and it's quite calming to just make that. It's always a simple square, one that takes maybe 15-20 minutes. And if you see my story this morning, then you can see that I actually got so lost in my thoughts that I forgot I was actually joining as I went. So I had to unpull part of the last round and continue. So yeah, we've got the square, and they also help you if you're moving into the designer world, because designing, it's a lot easier to start with a square because squares turn into so many different things. Even if it's just the layout of a blanket because you want to make your own style blankets, then the squares are there for that. They're also designed to teach you new stitches. And for the square, we actually have a live hook and learn lesson on the third Wednesday of every month, so that I will actually follow with the chart and explain the chart as we make the square, so you can do it live with me, ask questions as you go if that's what you want, or you can watch the replay later, and that will help you with learning to read the patterns as well. And everything all my patterns, whether they're in the Clubhouse or not, they all come with pattern guides as well and instructions for how you can change it. Because I know when I create things, I virtually never follow someone else's pattern the way they've written it, because there's always something I want to do different. That's partly why I started designing, because I just couldn't agree with everyone else's things. And so I want that for you as well. So all of my patterns, I come with instructions to help you to create your own. So you might be, especially if you're at that hooked to designer level, it gives you that freedom and that confidence to be able to change a pattern and know it's going to work, because I've given you the instructions for things to think about when it comes to making those changes. So I want you as well to start putting yourself and your craft first. That is what I want in the Clubhouse. So if you struggle with crochet, it's because you're like many others who haven't learned all the basics first. It's not just the basic stitches. It's matching your hook to your yarn. It's the rules for working in rows. It's the rules for working in the round. And that's probably because you've learned from a friend or a relative, maybe the YouTube videos, and you're starting to get the idea of what it is, but you don't have the knowledge from behind to actually understand what it is that you are doing while you're making it. So you can't understand some of the rules that you're working to. And you can probably get everything you need from YouTube, but you're going to spend a lot of time trying to find it, and you've got to understand what the things are that you're looking for first. So if you haven't figured that out, or you don't know it, then it makes it even harder. Whereas when you're in the Clubhouse, you'll have me that you can directly ask a question to. And if I don't get to it straight away, which is pretty rare, then someone else in the Clubhouse. There's plenty of us there now who are at hooked to designer level, who can also give assistance if I'm not available. Now, I think some of you will also probably think that it's just a hobby, so you shouldn't spend money to learn more. But crochet is more than a hobby. I sew, I have knitted in the past. I've dabbled in a few different crafts, but crochet to me is more than just a hobby. You get the opportunity to, it's for mental health. It helps you to de-stress. just the rhythm of the hook when you're crocheting is just part of what makes crochet unique, I believe. It's quite therapeutic, I find. I can't go to bed at night now if I haven't had my hook in my hand in the evening to help me wind down from that busy work day to needing to go to sleep. And the bonus as well, you get to create things for yourself. You get to create things for people that you love. Christmas is coming up. You've got the opportunity there to be able to create some projects, things for them. And you might think you don't have time for crochet. Well, the Clubhouse helps you make time. Over the time while you're in the Clubhouse, you will learn to make more time for the projects. And they're designed that they're easy to put down if you don't have, you know, more than 10, 20 minutes at a time to crochet. They're things that the projects are all designed to make them easy for you to pick up and put down so that you can get the benefits. Now, let me tell you what you get in the Clubhouse. So just a reminder, the doors close on Monday at 5 p.m. Perth time. So we're 8 hours from Greenwich Mean Time, or UCT, UTC, I forget the order of the letters, but 8 hours ahead. So every month you will get an opportunity to win at least $50 Australian worth of yarn, plus the postage covered. We have a little challenge every month. And for those that are new members, for October, you will get automatic entry into the yarn drawer as well. So you've got that little bonus. So you get the 2 projects that are designed to improve on your crochet skills. You'll get a pre-recorded video for one of the projects. You get a square pattern with a live video tutorial every month. You get 4 hook and learn lessons, 5 if we've got a 5 Wednesdays in the month. And 2 of them are designed specifically to be Q&A for your questions. I will set topics that link to the project, but if you've got anything else that we need to raise, then that is there as well. You get access to all my stitch guides. So I have stitch guides for all the stitches that we've been using. So they've got a picture, video, and written tutorial. So no matter what your style of learning, that is there. So all the basic and special stitches, I've been putting out one new one a month. They're all in the Clubhouse, so you don't have to go searching your emails and finding them. You also get access to the private Facebook group and to me. So to me at any time, email, message, Facebook group, I'm there available to you. Now, I'm also going to be introducing some masterclasses. So the first one we've got coming up will be how to use the charts software so that you can generate your own charts. And yes, and you'll also get any discounts and things that come up for any yarn or events wherever I can get them. So if you join before this weekend, so today is Thursday when I am making this in the afternoon, so join before Saturday, and you'll also get 10 PDFs of my washcloth series 1. So these washcloths, I've been sending them to members now. So if you join now, but after the weekend, you won't have access to all the back catalogue. But the current series, you'll get all 10 of those. So they're all designed as well to help you improve on your crochet skills. Practice on something small before you advance to something bigger. So you can have plenty that you can play with before you get in. So if you are wanting to join, head on over to hookedOnCrochetClub.com/doors-open, which is on the screen just there. They do close at 5 p.m. on Monday, Perth time. So please do get in there now. And if you join before the weekend, then you also get the 10 extra patterns, as well as everyone will get access to their name in the draw for the yarn draw for October. So I will be around all weekend. If you've got any questions, I'm going to be coming back live over the weekend as well. Tomorrow, every day, I will be coming live. So if you've got any questions, shoot them to me and I will do what I can to answer them. But I appreciate your time and I appreciate you. And I do hope that I see you within the Clubhouse. All right. Bye.